What's up guys, it's Josh from Keep It Techie, and today I want to do a quick video showing you guys the curl command. Now, as I stated in the intro of the video, I want to talk to you guys about the curl command. It is a basic Linux utility that's included in most Linux distributions and is used to download and upload data from the web using various network protocols. And the curl command is pretty basic to use, but it does have a lot of options that can make it very complicated very fast. So I wanted to go through and show you guys the basic understanding of how to actually use the curl command and how it can actually help you. Okay, cool. So I'm in my virtual machine, and today I'll be using Parrot OS, which is a Linux distribution that's similar to Kali Linux. It has all the cybersecurity tools that you could think of on it pre-installed. And I just wanted to use this distribution just to show you guys a different distribution from my current desktop, but we'll walk through the curl command. And the first thing I like to do is show you guys the man page for curl. Now, I know that curl is pre-installed. It's pre-installed on most Linux distributions, but if you need to install it, let's say you're on a Debian system, then you just use the apt command to install it. You can basically type sudo apt install, and then the package name is curl, and then that'll install curl. And I'll run it right fast just to show you guys that it's already on the system. And as you can see, it's on the system, so we don't have to install it. And it's typically on most Linux distributions, at least the most major Linux distribution. The curl command is already included as a default utility. So the first thing I like to do is go to the man page for the curl command, or whatever command I'm showing you guys. So let's type man and then curl. And this will give you basically all the details of the actual command. As you can see, the name is curl. It says transfer a URL. This is the synopsis. This is basically how you type it out. So curl, then you have your options, and then you have your URL. And I wanted to show you guys all these supported protocols that you can use with this actual tool. As you can see, it says curl is a tool to transfer data from or to a server using one of these supported protocols. So they got DICT, file, FTP, FTPS, Gopher, HTTP, HTTPS, IMAP, IMAPS, LDAP, LDAPs, POP3, and a slew of other ones like SMB, SMTP, Telnet, SMTP. So you could basically download from a lot of different protocols, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys at least a list so you guys can see all of the protocols that it actually supports. It says the command is designed to work without user interaction. So it also says curl offers a busload of useful tricks like proxy support, user authentication, FTP upload, HTTP post, SSL connections, cookies, files transfer, resume, metalink, and more. As you will see below, the number of features will make your head spin. So yeah, like I said, the curl command is very powerful with all the options that you could think of, included with it. That'll show you how to actually use it. Now just look through this. It'll go through everything, all the different protocols. It'll go through all the options down here at the bottom just to show you guys how to actually use some of it, but I'll give you some base examples just to get you started with the curl command. That way you can move forward and start using it. Now let's go down and press Q for quit, and that'll quit it out. But one other thing I wanted to show you guys, if you ever just want to see some information about the options and all that stuff that you can use with the curl command, you can always type curl -- help, and this will print out basically the usage and the options, in a short list. But that man command is where you want to go to look at the full details of the actual application. Now let's go down and clear right fast, and show you guys the first way. I want to show you guys how to use the curl command, and that's just simply pulling down a website. So I want to just type curl, and then let's type in my website, which is http ://. And one thing about the curl command, you have to specify the protocol. So you can't just type in like keepitechie.com or something like that. You have to let it know the protocol to actually use to connect to this domain name. So in my case, I don't have a cert installed on my server, which I need to go on and install a cert. So my stuff is just, open, but it's http and then keepitechie.com and press enter, and that'll actually pull down basically everything from the main page of my website. And if you scroll through it, you'll see it's pretty much in HTML format. This is basically the website, and you can download this and actually write it to a file, which is the next option or the first option I wanted to actually show you guys. You can actually save all this information to a file, and I'll show you guys that next. But let me go back down to the bottom. But it pulls in basically everything about the website, or the main page of the website. And the way you actually save this information, you can actually save it in an HTML format or an HTML file. And I'll show you guys that now. We could just type curl, and then the option to actually write something to a file is -o. And then we can specify that file name. Let's say we want to store it on, let's say, our home directory. So home Josh, and actually we don't have to type anything. We can just type out the file name and it'll store it in our home directory. But I just wanted to show you guys at least the absolute path first. But I want to store it in my home directory. That way it's just stored there. Very simple to actually get to. But home Josh, and then let's name the actual file. So I'm gonna just name it kit.html. And then let's go on and type in our website again. So http ://keepitechie.com and press enter, and that'll actually store everything in that file. And just to show you guys right fast, let's go into the file explorer. Let's go to places, and actually we could have just hit home, the link on the desktop, but there you go. And we can actually open this within the browser. And that's not the browser, that's the text editor, but we can open with Firefox, and you'll see that it actually brings up my website. So this is pretty much my website right here. And let me close that right fast. That's one of the plugins, Privacy Badger. But as you can see, that's just my website right there. And if we go to keepitechie.com, boom, go to the website right fast, it's the exact same. You know what I'm saying? It brings in the images, all that, or it points to the images, the links and all that stuff. So this is basically a clone of the website. So this is a cool feature to actually get, just get a website that you're trying to use the design for. Let's say you're a developer of websites, or you're trying to design a website. You can copy down or clone down the actual website and just have a local copy of it, so you can look at it to reference whatever you're trying to do, or reference the code as well. That's if you're, need to look at the actual HTML of the site. You know what I'm saying? You can download it and actually use it locally versus going to the web. Let's say you don't have internet connection where you're going. This is a good way to actually have a copy of the website, or at least the code for the page, and you can use that to design what other websites you trying to design. But anyway, moving on. So the next thing I want to show you guys is actually how to download files, because that's the major way I actually use the curl command. So let's go on and close this right here as well, and let's clear the terminal. But one thing I like to do is actually download files using curl command. And what I want to do is, let's go to Parrot OS or parrotsec.org. Let's go there right fast. This is the main page for Parrot OS. And let's say we want to download the actual ISO for this website or for this distribution. Well, you can download it directly from here. So I'm gonna go to security. Actually, let's go back to the regular one. Get the home edition because it might be a little smaller. I'm not 100% sure. And then let's select the server, and let's say we want to download Parrot OS, and the closest mirror is right here in the US. So all you have to do is copy that link. And once you got the link, you know what I'm saying, you can just use the curl command at this point. So curl, and then there's another option, is basically -O, and then space that out, and then drop in the link to the ISO, and then we press enter, and it'll actually start downloading the actual page. And as you can see, it gives you a lot of feedback. You know, it tells you the total, the percentage, the total size. So it's about 2 gigs in size, this ISO. And this shows you the percentage and how much is received. So about 11 megabytes so far. Average download speed 750 something K or whatever. Time total so far, time spent, and then time left, and then current speed. So that gives you that information right there. So let me go down and cancel this because I don't want to download it. I already have it. But that's how you actually download files. And then also you can rename those files as you download them. So let's say you want to rename that ISO, instead of it using the full name of parrot-home-4.11.2 _AMD64.ISO, you can actually specify the name of it that you want the ISO to be once you download it, or while it's downloaded. So let's go -O, and then all you have to do is specify the name of the actual file, or the name you want to name it. And I won't put the absolute path. We already know it's going straight to our home directory, so I'm gonna just type a name in there, and I'm gonna put parrot os.iso, and you want to make sure you specify the extension correctly. Otherwise it won't look right once you download it or whatever. It won't show as an ISO. You can easily go in and actually change it to ISO if you mess that up, but it's just be wary and name it the right file extension. That way you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, just put that and actually I gotta back that off and put something weird in there. Let's go down and copy this link address, which is that same one from the site. And let's go back. I'm not sure why it's not pulling in the right one. Let's right click, copy link, and then let's paste that in there and press enter, and that'll download that file. And then I'm gonna cancel it now, but I'm gonna show you these files and where they're located. I put them in my home directory like we stated earlier. So both of those files should be in my home directory. It's not the full file, obviously, because I didn't download the full thing. This thing is only 75 megabytes, but this is the first one that we downloaded, and it has the full name. And then this is the second one we downloaded, and I stopped it right away. You know what I'm saying? So those files are irrelevant. We can't really use them anyway, but I just wanted to show you guys that it goes through that same process, you know what I'm saying, and download the file. It's just that -O will actually allow you to rename the file to whatever you want to. Now let's go on and I'm gonna just delete both of those files. We don't need them anymore. Go down and close this, and that's how you actually download files. So pretty simple. Now it can get a little bit complex, you know what I'm saying, but this is the basics, and this will get you started as far as using the curl command. Okay, cool. So it's another option I wanted to show you guys, and that is how to actually get the response header information from the actual remote server that you're actually accessing. And basically the headers just simply give you information, you know, about the requested page, as well as the server, you know, and just some general information about the server that you're actually connecting to. So let me go down and run that now, but it actually uses the I option, and I'll show you guys this right fast. Let's just type curl, and then I'm gonna use the -I option. And then I'm gonna go to, let's say, keepitechie.com again. So let's see, http:// keepitechie.com press enter, and this will get the header information as well as the body information or the page information. Now, in order to exclude the page information, which we, as you can see, that's a lot of information, got to kind of scroll all the way up to the top. I just wanted to show you guys that one, that it pulls everything. Now, let's say you want to just look at the header information. Let's just type the same command, but let's put a capital I up there at the front as the option. Press enter, and this will pull just the header information that you want to see. Now, as you can see, it pulls in, HTTP 1.1. It's a 200 response. It even shows you the server information. So this server is actually running Apache on Ubuntu. So super cool. You can get that information, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're a ethical hacker and you're trying to get some information about a website or a server, then this is a good option to actually use. And now this rolls right into the other option I wanted to show you guys is redirects, and this is -L, capital L. And so I want to use a different website for this because I can't really show it using keepitechie.com because I don't have redirects set up on my server. So it's not a good example to actually show you guys. So I'm gonna use ubuntu.com, and I'll actually run that same command, but I'm gonna run it against ubuntu.com. So let's type that in right fast and press enter. As you can see, it'll pull the header information, and as you can see, it's kind of like a redirect. It redirects to https:// ubuntu.com. So this site basically has a 300 response, which is a redirect. 301 response, that's a redirect. So it's trying to redirect you to HTTPS, the secure website. So one thing about curl is it will only do what you ask it to do. So it won't just automatically go to it. You have to specify using that option of capital L. So let's go down and run that same command and drop in the capital L and press enter. And you'll see it'll pull in the first one. This is the first location, the actual site that we were trying to get to, the HTTP version of the website, which redirects to HTTPS. And then once it pulls that information, it redirects, or it follows that link to the main page, and then it pulls that header information for the main page. So that's super cool. That's super beneficial in case you don't know. You can actually get it to follow those links or redirect to the correct page. Now, let's say you want to get some connection details, like for instance, the TLS handshake for whatever reason. Then I can show you another option right fast. It's the -V option. So I'll show you guys that on Ubuntu's website as well. I'm gonna go down and use that same command, just back off those two options and put V in there. And this will bring in the connection information. And this is kind of long, well, not really that long. It only pulls in, a little bit of information. Oh, and that's right, I'm still looking at the HTTP version. So let's go to the S version, and you'll see that it's a whole bunch of information. It'll pull in the TLS information up in here, but let's say you don't want to look through that. I'm gonna just go through and run a grep with it as well, so I can kind of show you the TLS information that it pulls. So let's do a pipe and then grep, and then let's look for TLS and press enter. And that'll bring in all the TLS information. As you can see, it's kind of a short list, but that'll bring everything in as far as the connection, but only those lines that have TLS in it. So as you can see, this kind of pulls in the TLS handshakes. It gives you basically some information. This is the cert information, you know what I'm saying, and it has more details in there. I'm just doing that grep, so it's only pulling lines with TLS in it, but that gives you the connection information of the website. So this is beneficial for people that are doing cybersecurity or ethical hacking. This is a way to get some information about a website that you're actually using. And so the curl command is a very powerful command So I think you guys should check it out. This is basically all I wanted to show you guys, a few of the options, but like I said, this thing is very detailed, and there are a lot of options in there to gather a lot of information about different websites, as well as downloading, you know, files and all that good stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, leave comments down in the comment boxes below. And of course, keep it techie.